decided to follow Jesus.
Good morning to
I
you.
have decided.
Continuing on with the Gospel of John. Going to head into chapter 2 now. I've only gotten one piece of feedback on these so far, and I sure wish people would let me know what they're going. One person said they preferred the written version versus the video version. If that's your preference, let me know. Please make comments either on YouTube, on Facebook, on any of the media I post this on. I think it's the Cowbird, Facebook, Pinterest, Friend Life, and YouTube, of course, are where these things are posted. If you see one and you would prefer to have it in the written form like I used to put it on with the various forms, then by all means, please tell me that. Either way, it's going to get out there anyway because this is the mission I was given, and I will finish it up. Like the Gospel of John, chapter 2, first part. Now, it starts off at 3 days after the disciples all met with Jesus there. Jesus' mother was attending a wedding in Cana, and she sent for Jesus. He and the disciples arrived, and Mary told him then, hey, they have no wine for the guests here. Jesus replied, what do you want me to do? I mean, you know it's not time for me to be revealed. But Mary just kind of blew that off and turned to the servants and said, whatever he says to do, do it. Okay, well, Jesus says, okay. He looks around, and on the side wall there are 6 big clay pots. And those pots are water that's being filled for the house, and it's being purified. Each one is rotated out. They do it from one to the next, and that way the silt settles and the water becomes pure, and anything that's in there can kill because it's being heated by the sun. Anyway, Jesus looks at those pots, and then he tells the servants, okay, I want you to fill them all. So they filled them all up to the brim. And Jesus said, okay, now I want you to pour one of the pots into the pitchers and take those pitchers to the head man of the wedding. Well, the head man gets the pitchers and pours one out, tastes it, gets a little surprise there. It's sent for the groom. And the groom gets there. He says, you know, every other wedding I've been to, the groom always gives the guests the good wine first, and then when they've had a few drinks and their palate's a little dulled, they get less expensive or, you know, not so great wine. But here you save the good wine for last. Wow. Pretty amazing. That was the first miracle that Jesus performed. And the disciples saw it, they were blown away. They didn't know what to think. Okay, now we'll continue with part 2 tomorrow, but you know, like I said, all the other Gospels, we've seen Jesus did this, Jesus did that, Jesus did this, but it's all been a very chronological thing. It hasn't been, well, this is going on, and emotions are not there. John is a passion writer. John is writing about the passion of Jesus, of what's going on with him, and he's saying, hey, this is what happened, and this is why the disciples were blown away. The guy just turned water into wine. How do you do that? Obviously, you have to be Jesus. You have to be God. Just instantly saying, okay, fill them up. There, their wine. Now go try. Let the headmaster try them out. All done. When you look at what's going on here, John's going to tell us some more about Jesus. We're going to see more of Jesus' passion. And what do you mean by passion? Hey, you know, back then it would have been a horrible embarrassment for a host to run out of wine for his guests at a wedding. A wedding's supposed to be about celebrating the future. You're supposed to be able to let loose, cut loose, do what you want. And it's not about getting drunk. It's about getting that emotion let go and just celebrate and have a good time. And that's what was being given there. So when Jesus saw that they had no wine, when his mother said, hey, this guy's going to be embarrassed, Jesus said, no, he's not. We're going to take care of this. We're going to make sure that the passion is there. He's going to make sure of that in a lot of other ways too. Give you a quick moment here. As every day, we want to thank the Lord for giving us this word, for opening our eyes, for the Holy Spirit in our lives. We ask that the Lord guide us each day, that He open our eyes to the possibilities that we may witness through love, through forgiveness, and through tolerance. May the Lord be with you and bless you and keep you. Peace be with you.
To follow Jesus, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. Though no one else goes.